Hi everybody, I'm Tony from JuryRig Technologies, and let's do a really quick recap of Apple's September event. So to get started, we have Apple TV Plus, which was the first thing that was talked about during the keynote. There wasn't really much anything new other than a new trailer for a new show that Apple is, well, all of them are Apple exclusive, but yeah, one of the new shows has the actor Jason Momoa from Aquaman, and the show is called See, in which all of mankind lost the ability to see, and so everyone's blind, and then eventually I forgot what it was in the trailer, or what number it was in the trailer, but it was either 1 or 2 children that were born with the ability to see, and based off the trailer, it looks like the show is going to be really great, because just from that trailer alone, I was like, wow, this is really intense and it's going to be a great experience. As well as we have the morning show, which was only talked about really, which is the show with Steve Carell and Jennifer Aniston, which is basically just a drama series. It looks like it's just going to be a drama series with comedy in there, about a morning talk show. What we do know now is that Apple TV Plus is going to have a subscription of $4.99 per family. So your whole family is going to be able to use it. I haven't used Apple Music, so I don't know what Apple considers your whole family. It might be 4 to 5 people within your family at a time. So just keep that in mind. If you use Apple Music, you probably already know what Apple considers a family, depending on how many people you're able to add to that family plan. Eventually, I feel like the more shows that Apple adds, they will probably end up increasing the price to something around $10 or $12.99, just like Netflix does or did. So we'll see how that goes in terms of pricing. The next thing is Apple Arcade, in which Apple only really showed about 3 to 4 games, and the plan is also going to be $4.99 for your whole family. But at the moment, the games don't seem to be really worth it, even though it's a low price point and you're going to get a bunch of games eventually, with a handful launching at launch. Eventually you will have a bunch of games, but at the moment, the most talked about game was some type of Frogger game that they had. They also had the studios of Konami, and Capcom was developing a game that kind of gives me a sense of Ori and the Blind Forest. This too, we'll have to see what other type of games are released, because for the most part right now, it seems like they're either run and gun games or platformer like games like the Rayman Legends series and all that. So yeah. So the next thing would be the iPad, the 10.2 inch Retina display iPad, which is going to be the new iPad 7th generation. It's 100% made out of recycled aluminum, and it's going to retail for $329. That's basically all you need to know about the iPad. If you were thinking about getting one and you don't want to buy the iPad Pro, this is a great, cheap alternative. Right, and the one I'm mostly excited about is the Apple Watch Series 5, which will come in at $399 or $499. The key features that make this Apple Watch different from the previous... The key features that will make this Apple Watch different from the others is that it will have an all-day battery, if we're going with the loosely interpretation of the word day, meaning daylight, so it should last you somewhere around 18 hours. Also, the watch will now always be on. So whenever you do twist your wrist, the light or the display on the watch will be really bright, but as soon as you flick it down, instead of completely turning off, it will just dim with the time on screen. So now it will actually be a watch all the time, telling you the time. This time the Apple Watch will also have a built-in compass, which is nice. That way it's not reliant on your phone or having a network available nearby. Apple said that the Apple Watch Series 5 will have international emergency calling without your phone being nearby. But what I'm still not sure is, does that mean that you'll be able to make the call even on the non-cellular version, since Apple does release the GPS version, which is the non-cellular, and the cellular version. So we'll have to see about that one. This watch will come in aluminum, stainless steel, ceramic, and their new titanium option. This Apple Watch also now makes the Apple Watch Series 3 drop in price to $199. So if you were thinking about getting an Apple Watch, you can now get one for a lot cheaper. And the last thing to talk about is the iPhone 11, which will come in the 6.1-inch screen for $699. This iPhone will have dual lens and will last 1 hour longer than the iPhone XR, as well as it will come out in 6 different colors. Not only do your cameras record in 4K, but the front-facing camera will also be able to take slow-fies, which are selfies but in slow motion. And the iPhone 11's bigger brother, the iPhone 11 Pro, which will come in the 5.8 and 6.5 configuration for the screen size, and they will be $1,000 and $1,100 for, well, respectively. The phone screen will have a Super Retina HDR screen, and the iPhone 11 Pro will have 3 cameras. You've probably seen the pictures by now. I kind of like it, especially that glass backing, but I know a lot of people don't like that setup or configuration. The lenses will come in the 13mm, 26mm, and 52mm set, and their aperture will be 2.4, 1.8, and 2, respectively. The iPhone will be able to take great low light pictures, completely making dark images have more color and vibrancy as well as sharpness. All of these cameras will be able to record at 4K 60 frames per second, and something that really intrigues me is that they will be able to all record at the same time, and you'll be able to see all of them recording in the 2x2 configuration on your phone. So that's cool. The iPhone 11 Pro is set to last 4 hours longer than the iPhone XS and about 5 hours longer than the iPhone XS Max. And finally, the phone will be able to come in 4 different colors in a matte finish. So that's basically a quick recap of everything that I thought was important and the main points from Apple's September event. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's a cut. And then we have the Apple Watch Series 5, which is going to be $399